Just making sure we're actually live, because we've had issues before. There we go. All right. Okay, so this is one of the campaign modes. Oop. I haven't played in a bit, I'll be honest. Alright, should be able to, there we go. Alright. So it's, in essence, it looks like we are starting from just after the fire, as like what happened in Jurassic World Dominion. So we have to go through, make our repairs manually. It's generally kind of the more frustrating part if you actually have a running park, which right now we don't. So in that case, we actually just get to play around like we are in a racing mode of a game. So count this as 2 repairs probably. So the priority really is the power hub, just about where we're at. And then after that, you can start issuing commands remotely. At least we have a fair amount of money to get started here. So we're doing okay on the earlier part. Oop. Yeah, I've had a couple of small crashes, but the damage on the hood, I think, was there. I assume we're playing it out like it was part of the firestorm, essentially.
Claire, I've just received a report about our transport teams. They're grounded for now by the weather. We can't move any dinosaurs captured by the DFW at the moment.
Well, that's not good.
So, what do we do?
Wait for better weather. Why risk anything? You know what happens when we rush something.
Yeah, well, I see your point.
Okay, I was not expecting to be interrupted just yet. There we go. Oh, jeez. I didn't think they were talking for long enough for the car to make it back. Oh, I bet what would help if I... Sorry for the zoom in, zoom outs. Gotta build the path. Of course, what are we building it to at this point? So that's the Hyperloop. Is that... It's not a path either. Well, maybe if we build these, we can... Oh. Okay. Sorry, I'm a bit rusty. Just wanted to try something new. I know I've basically been playing the same 2 games a lot. Operations. Well, we're just going to go ahead and build the things it's asking of us, and then we'll work from there. Alright. Nope. We have research outposts already. So we need an emergency shelter. Alright. Control center and response facility. Okay. Control center. Ah. So yeah, anyone else living in the Midwest right now that's had to deal with a ice storm or has one scheduled, essentially? I know, nice segue, right? So yeah, we got hit pretty hard last night. Like, you know, it was, you know, predicted it would happen, and but if you checked,
Owen, remember when you said we're gonna need help?
Which time? The time the park fell apart, the time we were chased by my own raptors, the time the volcano went off and we had to run down the hill. Well, you rolled, but...
I get it. You know what I meant. Anyways, help has arrived. You remember Dr. Sattler and Dr. Grant?
After all we've been through, yes. Yes, I do.
I just can't believe we're all back here again. How can we help?
Right now, we could use some more personnel. Specifically, Scientists.
I might know 1 or 200. We're gonna need anyone specializing in paleontology or paleobiology.
Or paleobotany. We pretty much know them all.
You know, it's amazing that a lifetime of studying dinosaurs might just get you noticed, but run from a few, and you're kind of a rock star.
That's not what we wanted. But yeah. If you looked at any of the weather apps, I'm like, oh yeah, that it could happen. But there was really nothing on their hourly. You know, you expect to see, you know, at least 50% chance of rain or something like that. And, they weren't saying jack. And then we got hit pretty good. Like, I want to add, maybe if I just, there we go. Like, I'll get there.
Asset cannot be reached.
I wonder if they can't get. Oh. They should be able to get by that. Weird. Okay, fine. We'll do just follow the directions. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. You know, you definitely could see the skid alert popping up on the car dash, but you know, it. I only lost 10 minutes until I got almost home, and the people that run my apartment complex apparently didn't prepare at all, and tried to stop at a stop sign, and that was okay, but trying to go forward meant rolling down the hill. Oh. So, like, I already have a decent commute. It's about 35 minutes. To get to my complex, I only lost like 10 minutes. So it's a 45-minute commute. Then, once I got here, it took me another 20 minutes to get to my home, which should take like maybe 2 minutes. Recruit the lady that's high in welfare coverage. Yeah, no one left is particularly great. There we go. Rather a decent generalist here. But yeah, slid there, tried getting up through another section of parking lot, slid there, ended up backwards. There's a gas station at the corner connected to our complex. I tried turning in there, almost hit a light pole, got out of there, got up the gas station, was able to make it up, you know, back into the subdivision section I was trying to get into when I got turned around. then came in from another entrance. Thank God there's two. Got back to the same corner and treated the stop sign as a yield to get home.
Ellie, why are we here? Really, what are we doing? I made a promise to myself I would never get mixed up in this business again. And yet,
I know, but once you see these magnificent creatures, you really feel the history of this planet, its life, its ecosystem. I wouldn't miss that for the world.
I know, but there's always that underlying need to get ready to run.
Well, yes, there is that, but can we just take in the good parts for now? Your life's work is living all around us.
Yep. Still gets my heart beating.
Look at this outcome. Look at these dinosaurs. Don't you wish Ian could be here with us?
No.
Well, we wouldn't let him drive. Now, we've got some debris blocking the dinosaurs. I think if we could open up a path through this part of the facility, the dinosaurs could reach a lot more usable space.
Okay. I'm guessing we could do that by cleaning up this section of scorched earth here. We'll give them a little breathing room, but it won't be easy.
You ready for a hard day's work?
Oh, you know me. Ready when you are.
Oh, okay. I was like, how are we supposed to clear the debris exactly? But yeah, so subdivision was skating rink. It continued be a skating rink once I actually got in my parking lot. I dared to park in a space, and our parking lot is at an angle going downhill, which is probably the only reason I got into the parking lot. And then almost parked diagonally to the corner of my parking lot. So yeah, when we then called emergency maintenance because they failed to upkeep the property that, you know, we're paying for the lovely privilege to live here. It's not on their list of emergencies, so call back in the morning. I'm like, okay. Because, you know, my wife has to get home after me, and I'd rather her not go through the same issues.
There's a good stretch of beautiful land in the valley, untouched and perfect for the dinosaurs. But to get them there, we'll need to move the animals through a lot of fire-damaged forest. Here's the path that Ellie and Alan laid out.
Many of the dinosaurs have the instinct to move in herds, in packs. We convince a few, and the others will follow, even the solitary animals. Once they see a large migration, they'll be tempted to tag along.
And the predators will go where their food does.
They always do. Okay, so how about we mobilize our ranger teams to wrangle them through the path? It'll be like a cattle drive, but with vehicles, and the cows weigh 80 tons.
We got cows. Alright. So yeah, apologies for my driving skills. I promise my real world driving is better. Alright, and this is a new mechanic. So is it? Ah, okay. How slow do I gotta be moving? Is it just because they weren't all target? Yeah. There we go. Oh, come on. Am I gonna get stuck in a puddle? Had enough crap yesterday. There we go. Oop. I don't think it's working. Alright, I'm gonna... Because, like, they're not showing up like they're the quest animals anyways. Should I start with send? I was trying to be nice. It was like that. Okay, fine. We'll try this. Sort of driving's a little easier first person. I think Operation Genesis had a mode like this. not listening. Like, I know I've tapped into a couple of you. Wasn't on purpose, meant no ill will. It's just driving like this really sucks. How do you flip over like that? Like, I can't even get them into the scorched earth area. Like, how do you... Oh, is that... Okay, like that wasn't... Should I just leave the car for a minute? Because I think they're just all ticked off. Apparently a couple of them have managed. Let's just get out of here, buddy. They're not listening to us right now. Like, I'd love to just shrink them and get them going. This is going a lot smoother. Let's see if we can't stop driving inverted here. And we somehow got backwards again. Come on. Oh. Come on, guys. Let's keep going. I'm sorry, I forgot about the fences. I'm an idiot. Okay. I forgot those were actually fences and not... I, for some reason, thought it was for a rail system or something. It's been that long. So yeah, no wonder they didn't want to go any further. It's a little electric fence. Of course, if you're actually trying to build anything, they have no problem breaking it. I was trying to, in the first game, trying to make a raptor exhibit for one of the campaigns, and that was just absolutely pointless. Oh. So it does work. Necessary. But yeah, there was even a point last night that, oh, never mind.
We've
we're
made some
on.
great progress to this point, Claire.
I completely agree, but we need to keep moving forward. What's next for the dinosaurs?
Research outposts. We can construct or repair what we need.
Great. Let's get on it.
Remember when we first saw the dinosaurs, Alan? When the promise of Jurassic Park was so alive?
Yeah, I was overwhelmed. We all were. and the potential filled me with hope.
It was magic.
It was, Ellie. It truly was.
But like all magic, it was just an illusion. We didn't realize the consequences of bringing them back.
Yeah. We may not be able to change the past, but we can learn from it.
Really? Like when they failed again with Jurassic World?
All that technology. We do not need those elaborate security devices they had. But what we do need is more hands-on conservation. A range of patrols, for instance, that could effectively monitor the animals and their welfare, you know?
Correct. Vigilance.
Exactly.
But yeah, at one point last night I got up to a stoplight, managed to stop in time, and then the car next to me did the same, and then they couldn't get going again when the light changed. So, I don't know how I did. Alright, so let's give them something to do. So can I only get rid of that one pre-programmed swath? Because I'd love to just clean this out while we're waiting. We got the scientists and we're able to clear out that designated path. And now the vehicles can't get to where they need them to. So how do I get the scientists to finish the job? This is irritating. We gotta... I'm gonna look it up. Oh shoot, I forgot I had my phone running. Okay. Well, that's really dumb and not obvious. So, you can only clear out the damaged areas bit by bit. Um, okay, so yeah, you have to build the new ones first. Okay. They're definitely not getting that comfort rating right now. Need to assign the ranger teams. There we go. So I take it we got more of those. Here we go. So yeah, we just need to find out what these poor guys need, because they're all not feeling so hot. It's kind of the downside to these simulator games. You start feeling bad for something that's not actually real. Like, I'm sorry, I suck. I haven't played in so long, I forgot how. And you're suffering. Alright, so we learned what they need. There we go. Don't know that I've got like a med center. I don't have like a paleo vet. This needs ground nut. I'm sorry. Dinosaurs wouldn't listen to me because I was being stupid.
We've made some great progress to this point, Claire.
I completely agree, but we need to keep moving forward. What's next for the dinosaurs?
Research outposts. We can construct or repair what we need.
Great. Let's get on it.
Remember when we first saw the dinosaurs, Alan? When the promise of Jurassic Park was so alive?
Yeah,
Alright.
I was
So let's just use what we
overwhelmed.
learned real quick. Keep
We
the
all were.
dinosaurs from dying.
And the potential filled me with hope.
It was magic.
It was, Ellie. It truly was.
But like all magic, it was just an illusion. We didn't realize the consequences of bringing them back.
Yeah. We may not be able to change the past, but we can learn from it.
Really? Like when they failed again with Jurassic World?
All that technology. We do not need those elaborate security devices they had. But what we do need is more hands-on conservation. A range of patrols, for instance, that could effectively monitor the animals and their welfare, you know?
Correct. Vigilance.
Exactly.
So anyways, how's everyone enjoying winter? Ah. Sweet. Alright. Missing ground leaf. Why is your comfort going down? Oh, Christ. It's like trying to make everyone happy. Only. They pretty much just eat off the environment, so like I fixed it, they just need to find it. Like at this point. Like I suck at aiming, so we're just gonna knock these guys out real quick. Fortunately. Ah, okay, good. Then maybe we can put them somewhere they will like. There we go. Alright, so we need probably about here.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
Who's upset now?
Collecting asset.
Yeah, they don't like the fact that they're all separated because they're pack animals.
Picking up
But
asset.
I'm not the reason they're separated. Alright, what's your problem? Missing tall fiber. Alright, work on it. I don't need to get ornery.
Assets in the air. Commencing asset transit.
Like, I literally just moved your group.
Transportation complete. Asset has been transported.
Well, I've had that issue with stegosaurs before. I think it was the first game. That every time you got them together,
Asset delivery confirmed.
it'd be just one number off, and they'd all be ticked off about it. It's like there's supposed to be 6 in here.
Collect the asset.
And you only have 5.
Heading to pick up the asset.
They woke up ticked off.
Transit has commenced. Asset has been
Oh my
collected.
god. think we about got them settled. They just need to chill out. They're content, but they're raging. It's like you can cue Nedry as like, God, you're stupid. No wonder you're extinct. Okay. Tall fiber. Yep. Tall fiber. Because I can't take down any of the forest, or else they get angry there too.
If we're going to see real improvement in the health of the animals, we'll need a paleo-medical facility.
I'll get right on it.
The healthier they are, the more content they are going to be.
Like, should I try putting them down for a nap again? See if they wake up in a better mood this time. all asleep, and then we will move them all at the same time. Maybe we'll be cool. Is that really what's gonna happen? Probably not. Do the job quick, that's what you get. And in that time we had 2 more Ragers. No.
Controls reassigned.
I think if you've been watching me long enough, you know I can't drive for crap. Again, you don't really want to leave your animals sedated for an extended period of time. They
En
obviously
route to collect the asset. Asset being transported. Asset requiring collection. Asset to be collected. Asset collection request received. Asset delivered.
but yeah, anyways, they tend to get malnourished or something or other and then end up dying. You know, surprise. Okay. So we're gonna start. Alright, good. These guys get 5 tasks. They don't really need to do medical
Asset transportation underway.
scans. We need to work on the ones that are ill.
Asset transportation in progress. Transportation underway. Asset in transit. Asset transportation complete. Delivery complete. Confirming asset delivery.
Ah, cripe. kind of shooting through my funds here too. We need to transport it back to the facility. There we go.
En route to pick up the asset. Asset transportation in progress.
Oh shoot, did I miss one when I sedated him earlier? Whoops.
Heading to collect the asset. Confirming asset delivery.
Still have one. Oh, is it? Oh no, that's the broken leg one. It says one's still sick. I wonder if it just counts the. It's not broken leg, but that's
Asset
the
in
imagery.
transit.
Like they're content. Like there's no
Asset delivery
reason.
confirmed.
Like I can't calm them down other than regularly sedating and moving. So yeah, sorry, don't think I've been too talkative tonight.
I've just been looking over the site. If we clear out this burned foliage, I believe we can restore the soil to regenerate the plant life we need.
This is your specialty, right, Ellie?
Yeah? Yeah, oh, and I'm a paleobotanist and a soil scientist.
I've got to ask, why plants? Don't you think that dinosaurs are more exciting than ferns and ivy?
I'm in the life-saving business. Our future can be found in the soil.
Point taken. I guess it's easier to replan mistakes.
Well, I don't make mistakes when it comes to plants. The other things, that's a different story.
Do you know how many of these plants are poisonous to the dinosaurs?
About half.
How do the animals know they're poisonous?
65 million years of evolution, and probably one dinosaur's mistake way back when.
Ah, okay, so what do we need to do next?
Time to clear the burned foliage.
Finally.
Asset transportation underway.
Dang, okay. Oh, I need to build a staff center because a couple of these guys are going to revolt.
Delivery complete.
You're going to make them research their own staff center. That's not nice. Alright, well,
Asset transportation
I
complete.
can't build another one.
Transportation complete.
I am out of money.
Asset delivered. Delivery has been completed. Commencing asset transit.
It's not like it can open the park, I don't think.
Transportation underway. Asset transported. Asset transportation complete.
Oh, that's better. Yeah, it just feels like it's one of those weeks that just dragged on, so. And of course, yesterday being the last day of my week, didn't really get any better. Had some weird guy with like he claimed it was 100 pounds of food. I'm like, I don't think it looked that much. But yeah, he came up to the register, let me scan the bags, and then was like, you know, so can I go out to my car? I'm like, just thinking there, I'm like, you haven't paid yet. I'm like, I'm sorry? He's like, I'll take it out to my car and come back and pay for it. I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, it's a fairly relaxed business, but I'm like, that's a new one for me, and it's a brand new store. So it's just kind of like, you know, I don't think so. And before I could kind of like, you know, can I get a hold of someone? He's just kind of like, well, it's not like I was gonna steal it. I'm like, okay, but I'm not saying you were, but I'm like, that's generally not how retail works. So yeah, like, well, he's like, oh shoot, can we control Z that one? I think we can demolish that anyways. But yeah, so he's like, you know, you tried carrying around 100 pounds of food. I'm like, you know, you can set it down on the, you know, the desk here, you know, on my checkout, like, you know, most anyone else would. So yeah, he's just like, and then said some weird stuff about essentially, you know, being appreciative of him bringing his business to us, and I'm like, but I'm sure we'll find others. But yeah, it just kind of was on this thing about it's a small town and it's not like he was gonna steal it. I'm like, people steal stuff regardless. You know, we've had stuff stolen already, and we've been open like 2 weeks. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's not like small town people have better values than everyone else. They don't. It's just silly if you think otherwise, that your moral superiority is somehow based around where you live. Like, that's just wild. Like, that's not how anything works. It's really not. I've just never had anyone just think that, you know, we just do whatever they wanted because they because it was a small town. I'm like, dude, I grew up in a small town. They're not they're not somehow just better by virtue of being small towns. It doesn't need to be. Hyperloops connected. Oh, I guess we are. Okay, we got some funds back. So I'm just gonna have to, unfortunately, oop. Alright. Never mind. I'm gonna mute the mic for a second. I got a phone call.
Okay. We need everyone on their toes.
Copy that.
Alright, sorry about that.
That's okay.
So when are the dinosaurs from the DFW arriving?
Should be any minute by now.
Yeah, overall, I'm happy that the enclosures are in good shape.
The transport teams are back online. We're ready to go.
Good. 'Cause it's about to get busy. These animals need us. And thanks to our efforts, the valley is back.
Step 1, we need to get all the new dinosaurs into the enclosures.
And step 2 is to not get eaten in the process.
Okay, listen up. For the health of the dinosaurs, we need to keep all of the animals from the DFW quarantined away from the others, because if we're not careful, we run the risk of spreading viral infections, okay?
Yeah, like that's never happened before.
Great, because I couldn't afford... I couldn't afford the fencing, couldn't afford to keep the game going. Is the park open now then? Okay, so maybe we'll actually have some funds coming in. Like, I just sold all that fencing just so I could get the wildfire debris removed. I need to arrest that one scientist before he screws up my campaign. That's not it. I wouldn't have paid for the dang... This is... I wouldn't have paid for the staff center. Okay, good. Oh, he's still doing a task. Okay, they're... Alright. Yeah, because he's gonna be... he's gonna be a big problem if I, don't rest him, because they can sabotage the park. Alright, so... I didn't do myself any favors when I was trying to make a budget here. So that's awesome. Oh. Alright.
Transit has commenced. Assets in the air.
there's really nothing left to sell at this point. And, it's really not even cleaning up the debt by the time I take a photo, and worse off. Oops. Literally drove into the thing. We didn't need an emergency shelter, did we? Definitely. Oh, Christ. Like, if there was Zoo Tycoon, you could sell the trees. Should have been able to get money, not lose money on the repairs. You know, sell the burned wood for charcoal or something. I might just have to restart from the last checkpoint, but I just don't see me having the funds for it. Ow. Maybe that's what I should have done at first. Alright. Well, we're just gonna have to let this one fail, or... I think next time we'll just have to fire our scientists, unfortunately. Restart the whole thing. Guess Guess I'm just gonna have to let it fail.
Asset has been collected. Asset in the air. Transit has commenced. Asset transportation underway. Asset delivered. Asset has been delivered. Delivery has been completed. Confirming asset delivery.
Yeah, I guess I'll just have to let it fail and restart from checkpoint. I guess I'll save it after that and come back to this later. Oh boy, I guess we couldn't save it tonight. It's like sometimes these campaigns, because it's not up to you to bring in funds, and you have to do everything that they tell you to do.
Asset has been transported.
You know, you can't open the park
Asset
early to
transported.
make the money show up. But it's like they run them just long enough.
Asset
To
delivery
make you run out of
confirmed.
funds.
Asset transported.
Like, technically they're isolated, but I can't do anything about it. Because I can't turn on the power until I can build a path, and I'm 250 grand in debt. Well, made a right mess of that. Like, I don't want to start all over from the beginning. I really don't. But I don't know how else to, because I'm not going to have the money. And you need the scientists to.
I've just been looking over the site. If we clear out this burned foliage, I believe we can restore the soil to regenerate the plant life we need.
This is your specialty, right, Ellie?
Yeah? Yeah, oh, and I'm a paleobotanist and a soil scientist.
I've got to ask, why plants? Don't you think that dinosaurs are more exciting than ferns and ivy?
I'm in the life-saving business. Our future can be found in the soil.
Point taken. I guess it's easier to replan mistakes.
Well, I don't make mistakes when it comes to plants. The other things, that's a different story.
Do you know how many of these plants are poisonous to the dinosaurs?
About half.
How do the animals know they're poisonous?
65 million years of evolution, and probably one dinosaur's mistake way back when.
Ah, okay, so what do we need to do next?
Time to clear the burned foliage.
feel like it's a really bad spot to be in because it costs 200 grand. So some cost a little less. Oh, it's still not. Okay, yeah, so that costs way too much. And then these, you need 3 scientists to do it, and one of them's not great in that department. So yeah, it costs roughly 200 grand every time you remove that stuff. And if you're not making any money, like the park's open, but we're losing money every second.
Asset requiring collection. Heading to pick up the asset. En route to pick up the asset.
So yeah, we won't. I'll go full ham on the
Transporting asset.
fencing
Asset
again,
transportation in progress.
so we don't have to pay to place it again.
Transportation underway. Commencing asset transit. Asset has been collected. Transportation complete. Asset delivery confirmed. Asset collection request received. Asset in transit.
So yeah, anyone got any suggestions?
Transportation underway.
Because I need 800 grand and starting with about 400. That's after deleting
Asset transportation
basically
complete.
anything non-essential. I think we can. Jeez, Pete's.
Asset has been transported. Asset transported. En route to collect the asset. Picking up asset. Acknowledging asset collection
So I also need to
request.
finish rebuilding the fence up here. That's hard to do if they're gonna keep reaching that line.
Transporting asset. Asset being transported. Assets in the air. Asset delivered. Commencing asset transit.
Go.
Delivery has been completed.
So yeah, usually I don't have this kind of problem, but it's pretty tight right now.
Delivery complete. Confirming asset delivery. Asset to be collected.
I guess I can still delete the fencing back here. You know, I will say what I remember of the last time I played this, the campaigns were really easy. So of course, I try to share it with people, and I start running out of money. I can't just fire the scientists right now because I need them to to clean out the damage here. If you do hear crying, that is my cat. She's having her regularly scheduled mental breakdown.
Asset has been delivered.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't call it like a cozy game, but it's just very chill. If even if you're not entirely successful. But yeah, I hadn't entirely realized how low I was on funds the first time I started doing this. So, probably a good part of it was I was letting the animals wander. It does look like we're getting funding again, so that's good.
Okay. We need everyone on their toes.
Copy that.
So when are the dinosaurs from the DFW arriving?
Should be any minute by now.
Overall, I'm happy that the enclosures are in good shape.
The transport teams are back online.
They're really not.
Ready to go.
Good. 'Cause it's about to get busy. These animals need us. And thanks to our efforts, the valley is back.
Step 1, we need to get all the new dinosaurs into the enclosures.
And step 2 is to not get eaten in the process.
Okay, listen up. For the health of the dinosaurs, we need to keep all of the animals from the DFW quarantined away from the others, because if we're not careful, we run the risk of spreading viral infections, okay?
Yeah, like that's never happened before.
Transit has commenced. Asset transportation in progress. Asset in transit. Asset has been collected.
So probably gonna put off the delivery of the
Delivery has been
Carnosaurs
completed. Asset has been transported.
and try to just keep the Stegos and Ankylos happy with whatever funding I've got. So missing forest. First, let's see what percentage they actually need. Hopefully they get a better idea of what area they have, because I'm like, I picked the largest existing enclosure for them. So yeah, we need forest, ground fruit, and ground fiber. probably put some water in there first. It's tight, but they're happy.
Asset transportation in progress. Commencing asset transit. Asset delivery confirmed. Asset transportation complete.
Okay, they need ground fruit, ground leaf, and forest. Alright, well, let's start there. They have water, they just haven't seen it yet. Alright, ground fruit and ground leaf. Okay. Do we think that'll work? Still need ground leaf. Alright. Of course, now we're losing out on the ground fruit. Apparently it's only available in that one bin there. It's like the armor backed and plated are usually the most likely to try and break free, so just trying to appease them. There we go. Now we can work on the Carnotaurus enclosure. Stop bothering me every few seconds that I haven't received delivery.
Asset has been collected.
Dear God. That costs 100 grand right there just to place one feeder.
Transportation complete. Confirming asset delivery.
Adding to the list.
Oh, of course. I just wanted to get the burned out crap out of there. Alright, so they need, well, they just need some sand. Of course.
Look at this place. Just look at the transformation. It's astonishing. Makes me remember why I got into all of this in the first place.
I still wonder what led me here to this moment. Idealism?
It's not a bad thing, Claire.
Actually can be a great thing. A great motivator.
You're right. So what's left?
We need to treat the injuries and diseases of the animals from the DFW.
Now that sounds like a job for an idealist.
So let's put some sand down. Okay, so we've got to go take a picture of one of the animals with rabies. Because no one's ever seen rabies before. Had to build the forest so thick for these little brats. I flipped the car trying to get to that photo. Please don't pull a Nedry on me there, Francis. I'm trying, but they didn't give me enough money. It's not on purpose, like Hammond. Alright, well, they're all sick, but they're happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope, I don't need direct control. Just a waiting game at this point. You know, if you were in sandbox mode, you'd obviously do more research into getting more teams and whatnot. But that's like 3 deep, and this guy'd probably finish treatment by the time you could finish your research.
Sometimes I even amaze myself.
Sometimes,
As in, sometimes I wonder how I even survived all this.
we all wonder that. But let's focus on the facility. Now that it's rebuilt, we need to make sure it can be maintained.
What if we monitor the status of the dinosaurs? We keep them disease-free?
And then, our work should be done.
I wasn't sure we'd ever get this place back under control.
Think we could call this a success?
As long as the dinosaurs are comfortable, I think so.
Then it's time to test the system. Make sure it's stable and viable. Let's keep our dinosaur comfort and visibility ratings high. Make that our top priority. That and...
And not getting eaten. Yep, I know. I know. So, how are we doing, Ellie?
It's no Nublar, that's for sure.
Well, that's certainly something to be thankful for.
I just meant the conditions here at BioCenter are more challenging. The climate, the biodiversity, the lack of natural barriers, it all adds up.
You're right. But tell me, has adversity ever stopped you before?
No, but it's getting harder with each challenge. We've got to get it right, or this could all fall apart.
Well, we certainly don't want that. You will be fine when you can identify and solve problems like nobody else I have ever met.
Really?
Really.
Flattery, Dr. Grant?
No, that's the truth. But... sure.
Well, any trace of scorched earth has got to go. The remnants of this location's violent past need to be erased. For good.
Then that is precisely what we will do. Together.
Well, looks like we're going to be firing a scientist, unfortunately. We're just one short. Well, actually, now that we actually have money again, I think we can build them staff center. We gotta research. They're already clearly all tired. Again, just don't pull an injury. Then I can hire a couple more scientists, and maybe we can flash through this. Getting there. These are the same people who made, the Planet Zoo game. They definitely take management games to the next level. I would love a game with this appearance and the more relaxed management system of like Zoo Tycoon 2. I'd like to be able to enjoy my zoo. They make it really difficult to just sit back and enjoy your creation. So we're gonna put our scientists here all in a much deserved break, which I thought. Staff center was done being built. Oh, don't tell me it built another. Oh, whoops. Because that's the same thing as that. Smooth. Well, at least we have money. There we go. Okay. We're definitely gonna hire Massey here. It's worth it. I think we're gonna have to fire her just to get through the rest of this campaign. So yeah, accelerated the speed just now because the facility is actually stable for once. There we go. But yeah, it still takes a while. I'm like, I love this game. They did a really great job with it. Looks great. The occasional pop in from old characters, whether they are, the original voices are not, but it's a little mildly overdone. So just kind of have to sit back and wait every now and then. So yeah, everything is on at multiple times speed. So you're gonna look pretty silly moving. Just kind of fun. Oh god, that was ridiculous. We're getting there. We've got 2 more patches of this crap. Like, we're not doing too bad for having completely tanked for a while there.
Asset collection request received. En route to pick up the asset. Transit has commenced. Asset transportation underway.
Yeah, I like the aftermath of cleaning up the events of the movie. Some certain level of catharsis there. I know after the second one, everyone was particularly upset that about the Brachiosaur dying practically at the beginning of the film. Someone's since made a meme that Godzilla showed up and took it for a ride on its back off the doomed island, which, as far as I'm concerned, is what happened. We did it! We failed twice during the campaign. But we got there.
Even when they're at their most brutal, their most terrifying, the dinosaurs are still beautiful.
Dodgson misunderstood the true potential of this place.
Dodgson. He was wrong on so many levels.
Hopefully this time, we've learned from the past.
And the dinosaurs have as well. They know the Earth is theirs and that they belong here.
But it should be ours together. Humanity and dinosaurs. Call me an optimist, but I think we can make it work.
How so?
We all have a choice, and the dinosaurs do too. Coexistence, it can work, but only if all of us are prepared to embrace it.
I've got to say, Owen, it's hard to argue with that.
So yeah, I finished the DFW and the Biosyn. Yeah, I think I'll save the chaos theory there until I do the Dominion campaign. So yeah, we'll have to come back to that for the next time we stream this game. Been hearing rumblings of maybe a Jurassic World Evolution 3, but clearly I'm behind. So should try to get going on this before we get like a release date and ends up being closer than expected. I was still wrapping up the Jurassic Park 93, I think, campaign from the first Jurassic World Evolution when this one came out, which kind of seems my usual state of being. So yeah, thanks for coming out, checking it out. I think that's it for tonight. Sorry if it was kind of quiet. This game kind of takes a little bit more focus at times. And it's been a very long week. So yeah, I hope to get back to streaming Tuesday. Depending on what I got going on tomorrow, I might throw one up. But yeah, I'm hoping I've got a lot of time off next week, so hoping I can get some more stuff out there for you guys, and hopefully it's something you can enjoy. If we can build a bit more of a community around it, maybe we can have kind of polls and stuff and kind of see what you guys are actually wanting to watch. Again, it will still be selected from groups of stuff that I like to do. Don't want this second job to feel like a job. So, thanks for coming out. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one.